And we are live.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto episode 295. Today is Friday, November 30th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. I don't know why I just started.
And we are here.
We are here for the free cryptic coin yesterday. Who won?
Oh, yeah. So our free cryptic coin winner is Leroy Forbes. Shout out to you. Leroy put it down. His response to our question about Amazon, will it make ICOs basically non-existent because you can use Amazon for scaling and for onboarding users, and he agreed with our statement there. So thank you for that. We'll be sending those free cryptic coins once we get the new wallet downloads, which we'll put under the show today. So make sure everybody gets updated on that.
There it is. What's going on? Ramo Jones, Kevin Hodges, Tonio, hugging the blockchain.
Oh,
I like that name. Captain James, Rashid L. Peace, everyone. Hello, hello.
Peace, peace.
What's going on? Tessa, John Siebert. Good morning, beautiful people. Jizzy Matt. All right.
Ramo.
Top story. We have a new Dino of the day, people. It's been a long time. We've been doing a pretty good job at this front gate. Nobody's been escaping, but they're back on the loose again.
They're coming back. As soon as the price dips a little bit, they come back.
It's time. That means it's time. UBS executive Paul Donovan blasts Bitcoin again, states cryptos are fatally flawed. What is not fatally flawed?
Oh, man.
Swiss bank UBS Wealth Management Global Chief Economist. Excuse me. I'm laughing just looking at all this word title. An infamous Bitcoin skeptic, Paul Donovan, doubled down on his distrust of cryptocurrency yesterday, calling it fundamentally flawed. Of course, he was on CNBC, where they always call Bitcoin dead or flawed. The Fast Money segment, Donovan, who earlier this week released an internal blog post titled, "I come to bury Bitcoin, not to praise it," repeated his criticisms of the innovative financial instrument. What's going on with this guy?
Oh, yeah. Well, it seems like we said before, when the price starts going down, these executives come out and they double down. I told you. They've been telling you since Bitcoin was $100, and that's the funny part about it. Nobody goes back and looks. However, this guy, Paul Donovan, has basically came out, doubled down, and said that there will never be currencies. They're not going to be currencies at any point in the future. I didn't know we have people that can see into the future, but Paul Donovan is definitely one of those people who hasn't been around the space enough, because there are businesses who accept it for payment. There are people who accept it for payment. It is a currency. People use it for payments. That's all it has to be able to do. Doesn't necessarily make it the best currency, of course, because of volatility. However, it is a currency. So when he states that, that's just dinosaurs speak for. I gotta put out something. You know, we're UBS. Right. I'm sure they just have people, middlemen, they put out, write this article, and you know, say what you got to say about Bitcoin. Everybody says it's bad. We just keep it going. I think Bitcoin's been, I don't know, what's it, 300 or so think pieces have been written on.
Deaths. I mean, he was even quoted as saying, "I think anyone with a high school education in economics has been a Bitcoin skeptic right from the start." All right, since when do people with high school education in economics when are they considered centerpiece of financial literacy?
Yeah.
I think majority of Americans have a high school education. Majority of Americans are living below the median. What do they call it? Not the poverty line, but the median income, household income. So for him to say that, that's quite odd with all these titles. Like, that makes no sense. Why would you reference someone with a high school education economics to talk about anything?
There's a lot of this that's just, what in the world? I mean, dinos stick together. I mean, Nouriel Roubini, Jamie Dimon, he actually quoted them, had the same narrative as them. You know, we all know dinos stick together. He even said UBS's employees that left for blockchain startups said they succumbed to the hype. Which is, you know, amazing to me, because your own people were leaving, and he had to put something in there, you know, to save face. But of course, he throws in there the underlying technology of blockchain. That's different. Come on, man. Like, what do you? There's only one application right now that's working every day as Bitcoin.
And last but not least, he calls the Bitcoin developers, the core developers, that he's quoted saying they're brilliant at maths. Yes, I'm not just saying that extra S. He actually said it. They're brilliant at maths, but appear to know nothing about economics. Giving money to cryptocurrency creators was not useful. Again, for this guy to claim to be so smart, I don't know any investment or any project where you can put money in within a year or two and expect that project to be up and fully running and scaled 12 months and 24 months later. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
that is.
If that's the way you're thinking, then you are thinking at a high school level. And even worse, you're thinking like a Dino, man. This is the old way of doing things. Nothing's never going. Why do you want nothing to never change? I still don't get that about people either. Like,
well, I do. I mean, because like it says here, Kevin Hodges, crypto means they no longer need it.
There it is.
So they got to put this out.
All right. Well, since this guy is mentally old, decayed, and soon be extinct, let's go ahead and give him that loud roar. It's been a long time. Oh, there it is. So I think the screen shook when I did it. There it is. 2 times.
Oh, yeah.
Gucci 2 times.
Get the dinos out.
All right. Next up, U.S. SEC charges Floyd Mayweather Jr. and DJ Khaled for unlawfully promoting ICO.
Oh, yeah. Let's give this a hand clap. Because
how much money is too much money?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, my thing with this is I believe anybody should be able to promote what they want. However, this to me gives a good example for whenever you tell people about crypto, stay away from the ones that have people who are famous promoting it. I mean, this basically drives the point home because you can say it all day, but if nobody ever does anything with, like Paris Hilton or anybody else that's promoted cryptocurrency, then people are like, well, I'll still listen to them. But right now, as soon as they shut down stocks, shut down Central Tech, everybody was like, okay, well, this is real. So cool. All right, we can get these out of here. We get these ICOs where people are, I mean, Floyd Mayweather probably has no knowledge of Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Honestly,
he got tweeted 100,000.
He might not even tweet it. I mean, he might have had his whole team run this from top to bottom. Somebody works for him, comes in, hey, it's a good idea, whatever. Somebody said they're gonna give us a quick $250K if you just do these 2 tweets on some project. I don't know what it is. Here, all right, cool. Here's the bag. I mean,
it's just a
it could have been that
money.
quick. It could have been a 20-minute interaction tops of one of his people saying, I'll take care of everything, I'll give you the money, give me your phone, I'm gonna tweet this.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. But regardless, neither party admitted to nor denied the charges against them. This DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s camp, they agreed to pay certain fees and restrictions. Mayweather, and this is how you know the game's rigged anyway, but they're having Mayweather pay $300,000 in disgorgement, $300,000 penalty, and $14,775 in prejudgment interest, whatever that means.
Man, they making up ways
right?
to make
So for him tweeting, I mean, again, not saying that you should promote these scam things, but honestly, the guy probably he didn't tweet it. He probably didn't even know about it. Someone else probably took care of everything. I mean, if you're running a well-oiled camp like he is, I'm sure that's what's happening. I mean, the guy's bringing in, almost $1 billion a year. And then DJ Khaled will pay $50,000 in disgorgement and $100,000 penalty and $2,725 in prejudgment interest. Again, for that to be so low, I'm not sure if it's because of the cases or as far as how much each project took from investors. But I mean, come on, you got Floyd Mayweather paying basically $1 million almost. $750,000 off of a promotion.
Yeah, just ICO promotions. And we've always stated with these promotions that if you have a good product, you usually don't need somebody famous to promote it. And this is no different. So now we see the SEC isn't playing, and Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled, they are banned for a few years, which is crazy. Mayweather, he has a 3-year ban. Khaled has a 2-year ban. They can't promote any securities, digital or otherwise. So what's crazy to me is that they've said over and over that Bitcoin is not a security. Jay Clayton said it, SEC commissioner. He just said it on stage. So if they said they can't promote any securities, digital or otherwise, Bitcoin doesn't fall under that. So, these other ones, they are considered securities, but Bitcoin is not. Neither is Ethereum either, I don't think.
And, we talk about this. What's crazier is that, again, I mean, it goes back. We know the real reason, but just have to throw this out there to to kick a dead horse. But, you got Mayweather getting banned from talking about securities for 3 years. A guy who normally does not. He's a boxer, so it's not like it really matters. But you have criminals like JP Diamond, who's pumping and dumping markets and laundering money, like some of these other bankers, and they're allowed to keep doing it year after year after year. So, again, this is one of those things where Mayweather unintentionally, I think, as well as DJ Khaled, stuck their nose in someone else's business, and the SEC and them is basically giving them that smack. It's like, hey, you don't pay us first, you don't get paid. So, and they're penalizing them for that. Essentially.
And Jizzy Mack, he said the game should have got Bill Clinton. Hey man, what about Clinton for promoting Ripple? That's right. I don't know what's going to go on with Ripple, but if the Ripple if that whole thing falls down, if it gets deemed a security, you got Bill Clinton, you got Ashton Kutcher, you got Ellen, you got a few people out there that were promoting Ripple, but I don't know if they were promoting it in the same way that DJ Khaled and them were, but he was at the Ripple event, so I think that's a little different, but we'll see.
I mean, listen, that's consent.
I just don't want to hear it.
If think about it, if it was like a one of these events for some of these terrible people who commit crazy crimes, and they were holding like a rally for all the other criminals that commit the same crimes.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're just at that event, like, well, I just went to go watch and see what happened. Like, it don't matter. You was in the building.
There, yeah.
Like, you're going down too. So to me, it's the same thing. It's like, well, you can't get these guys for doing a tweet, but not saying anything to these people who are on stage giving speeches. You got Mamba mentality coming up at the Tron conference. So it's like,
COVID,
I mean, where's that? Is that not a cosign?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a special guest. Is that not a cosign? So I don't know.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, right. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't think Bill Clinton getting caught with nothing.
I don't know much about nothing. That's all I'm saying.
And the list of things to get caught for, I doubt Ripple is on.
That's not going to be that.
That ain't that high on the list.
He's dodged a lot of bullets. Coinbase Pro launches support for Zcash.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with Coinbase?
Well, we saw this coming. Two little caveats to this story. For one, we talked about 0x, Zcash, maybe BAT being added to the platform. So this isn't really a big surprise. However, one caveat is coins that are getting added to Coinbase are getting crushed as soon as they get added in price. For two, Zcash will not allow shielded addresses to be used when you're withdrawing from Coinbase. Ooh. So that is one small thing in the fine print they did not put in the public piece, but
it's almost like, why am I using it?
Exactly. That's why I said if you're going to have a privacy coin on Coinbase, you're going to have to get rid of the privacy aspect of it. Right. So in my opinion, that kind of gets rid of the reason for Zcash. If you can't shield the addresses, if that's not there, it's no reason for Zcash to be on Coinbase. However, from a money standpoint, it is a lot of interest, very low supply, very well known, large community. Zuko is well known, so I can see why Coinbase did it.
Yep. And I heard some stories from a birdie from Zcash that they may have a one-up on some competitors. I can't say how, but that's what they're saying. We should find out hopefully next year or so.
Yep.
Kevin Hodges, that was hilarious. Kevin Hodges said we need to find DJ Khaled for being all up in your records.
Yeah, we should find him just in general.
Torrance J Playlist said we got hit hard. We thought it was going to pump. LOL. Yeah, I mean, it's actually, I didn't use we didn't use this story today, but here, let's see if I can find it. There was another story, I think that was on Coin, because this is a Coin Telegraph story, but they had a Coin Desk story on it, I believe, and it was a totally different title. Let's see if I can find it. It was talking about they call it the Coinbase pump, and they said it did not work.
Work this time. Yeah.
So that was pretty funny to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked during a bull market, but in a bear market, it is. I mean, the reason I think they're adding these coins too during a bear market is so that whenever prices stabilize and we recover and we have a different market cycle, most people that are on the Coinbase platform now are going to have the FOMO that's going to allow them to increase fees, because if you have more options, more users, and you can do more stuff with the different coins going forward. So not surprised, man. They're gonna add a bunch.
It was CCN, but they labeled their article "Coinbase pump fails to boost Zcash." 17% drop. 17%. Hey, let's call it for what it is, because again, I feel bad for the people investing, because we try to look at trends and charts or just fundamentals, and of course, if you've seen the last few listings on Coinbase, they pump, but you got to remember the market is bad right now, so you're not going to get that same type of interest as you saw before. Some of the interest you saw before was literally just timing. Like the Litecoin pump was just literally timing. It happened to be the only other one drawing interest that just had got added over to Coinbase. New people were just getting in the crypto side of things, and the first three things they saw was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So it was just a price thing.
Oh yeah.
So when you see some of these new ones start getting listed, don't expect a pump every time. You might actually start seeing this, because you have to remember there's a lot of people who have already been holding Zcash for the last year or so. That's been off of exchange, buying either over the counter or some of the smaller exchanges. So to those people, which are the overwhelming majority of that community, once it hits Coinbase, it is sell time. And then they will rebuy the dip, which is what they probably did after this 17% drop. So keep that in mind moving forward. Unless we have that overall interest in the market, most coins hitting exchanges aren't going to do much. Next story up. People are still sending funds to Iranian Bitcoin addresses banned by the U.S. government.
Man.
People are still breaking the law?
What?
You don't say.
Yeah, and some people don't know.
The two addresses published, they about to find out. The two addresses publicized by the U.S. Treasury this week as belonging to associates of those behind the Samsung ransomware attack, a lucrative operation that ran for years and affected computer systems the world over has received a few transactions since. I'm not going to try to say these folks' names, but the U.S. announced that these people were specially designated as off limits, meaning that even if Iranian sanctions are dropped, U.S. persons cannot do business with them.
Dang. So
wow.
Even after.
This is that. I mean,
forever.
Listen, if you're getting all that, I'm assuming there's assassins at your doorstep too. But
yeah, it's something pointed at your door as soon as you walk out. Nah,
right. They're saying still a total of 67 transactions have been sent to this address by the time of the writing, with some with intriguing transaction details with an embedded message in one of them saying the U.S. government cannot ban Bitcoin addresses. So it's kind of crazy, the story, because this is coming. These are addresses that are supposedly, quote unquote, attached to hackers, which may very well be true, or people spreading this Sam ransomware. Of course, you want them to stop, but it's also that slippery slope. So for some people, they could care less about this one illegal, these few illegal crimes that are probably affecting millions of people, and stealing from people over the fact of the broad interpretation of the, governments cannot ban technology. You can't ban Bitcoin addresses. We're not going to let you do it. We'd rather keep sending to people, is what it looks like. So what's going on with this?
Yeah, good luck with stopping people from sending it to the address. Once the address is out there, anybody can send money there. I mean, anywhere in the world. And also, too, one of the things we were talking about earlier is kind of the okie doke with the terrorists using Bitcoin. What could possibly happen is that people who want to see Bitcoin go away, they could send money to these addresses, a large amount maybe, and make it seem like they are getting funded still, so they can use that as a case against it. Like, oh, see, people can still fund Bitcoin. You can't really stop it. We have to shut it down altogether. So interesting to look for. That'll be something to look for.
Oh yeah, it's coming
very, very soon.
This attack is imminent. We have an imminent Bitcoin attack upon us, people.
And you heard it here first.
Will it be 2019? Will that happen?
2019.
Or are they going to wait until like the happening right before it and be like, oh, yeah, y'all don't want that. Listen, this terrorists only, try to drop it.
Yeah, cool works. Yeah, people still going to send funds there. Even as a joke, they'll still send funds there. And John Siebert, you can definitely create a new address. You can get a new wallet. We've discussed all the different ways you can move it, but it is funny to see people basically saying, yeah, you can't stop. Right. Can't stop the snowman. Can't ban the snowman.
Too funny. Shout out, what was that, 2004, 2005.
Good times.
All right, Vitalik Buterin was awarded the honorary doctorate from the University of Basel. First of all,
oh yeah.
I mean, what is he? 24, 25 years old, 23?
Maybe.
23 years old? However you feel about Ethereum and the project itself, you have to, you have to admit it was novel, and that a guy who was 17 years old created it, led it, very, amazing. So to see this, what's going on here with this honorary doctorate?
Oh yeah, well, at the University of Basel, Dr. Buterin.
Buterin.
Oh yeah,
that's fair.
Hey man,
see, you don't need to go to school. People keep
just do really good at something. People will give you a degree,
right?
But he got recognition from the institution's Faculty of Business and Economics for his work on blockchain development. Basically, one of the big things we want to highlight here is, for one, at such a young age, being able to build anything with $1 billion market cap is astonishing. I mean, that's great right there. However you may feel about Ether or Ethereum or Vitalik himself, you have to admit that he's one of the smartest people in the world. In order for blockchain to progress this far, and people should be throwing degrees at him, honestly, because smart contracts. I mean, when we look back in history, Ethereum is going to be the first non-Bitcoin cryptocurrency to emerge, so to say. And I'm happy for him because, he didn't go to college. He didn't have to. If you're smart enough, we tell people all the time, if you're a good enough coder or good enough at what you do, you can skip right over and they'll give you degrees, man. Right. Honestly. So shout out to Dr. Buterin.
Yeah, Dr. Buterin, there it is, man. And it fits your personality. So you know what? Kudos to you.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, for the free cryptic coin today, what are we doing?
Oh yeah. So for the free cryptic coin, if you saw, crypto was on Jeopardy last night. Wasn't too hard of a questions. However, I do want to test some of our warriors out there to see if they are up on the crypto Jeopardy, see if they could get some of these answers correct. So one question today for the cryptic coins is This 3-letter chat app created a currency similar to its name, Kin. Let us know what your answer is, and put your cryptic coin address, and we'll send you those free coins.
Was that an actual question?
That was the actual question for $800.
Oh, people, we just talked about
it too.
There it is.
And actually, let me throw in one backup question, just in case, because we may have people get it correct. Let's see. Which country created the petro? For 1,000.
2 questions.
So 2 questions.
That was on there too?
That was on there too.
Oh,
for 1,000.
We need to get on Jeopardy now, people.
I was gonna say the questions were pretty easy. I mean,
make sure you put it in the comments after the video. Have a happy Friday, and I guess we'll see you on Monday and next week. If everything goes as planned, we might be seeing our 300th episode by the end of the week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Coming up quick.
All right. Other than that, you all have a great weekend. We will see you then. Cheers.
Cheers.